Epstein Island was actually probably a lot darker than what we can imagine. And I think that this video about a doctor being involved here is really fucking sketchy. So let's listen.
Disturbing new Epstein photo showing a top doctor giving stitches to a woman's head on Epstein's dining room table. Who is this top doctor breaking ethical professional rules? Well, remember Epstein's ex-girlfriend who married a billionaire? She was Miss Sweden and now a doctor. The billionaire couple had a bunch of disturbing photos of their children when they were really little around Epstein. Epstein was made godfather to the billionaire's kids, and this photo is the most disturbing to me, as well as bringing their daughter around with her friends when she was 15 and saying that her young teenage friends were going to be there. And remember Virginia Giuffre? Well, she said that Eva's billionaire husband was the first person that she was told to have sex with by Ghislaine. Billionaire couple remained friends with Epstein even after his convictions. Epstein was convicted in 2008. They hosted him for Thanksgiving in 2009 at their Palm Beach home. The billionaire's kids referred to him as Uncle Jeff. In 2009, Eva Anderson-Dubin wrote an email to Epstein's probation officer saying that she was 100% comfortable with Epstein being around their minor children, despite the fact that he was a sex offender of children. Eva was also listed as a passenger on at least 36 flights, occasionally accompanied by her husband, Glenn Dubin, their children, and a nanny. Their daughter, Selena Dubin, testified for Ghislaine as a character witness. She's also listed on one of Epstein's trusts. Epstein's even said he wanted to marry their daughter, Selena Dubin. Their relationship with Epstein, as well as their kids' relationship with Epstein, is very sick and twisted, in my opinion, allegedly, in all of our opinions. But let's get back to how she's involved in this horrific photo. Allegedly. So Dr. Eva Dubin, former Miss Sweden, married to the billionaire and has continued their friendship with Epstein and brought their kids around. She has a particularly shocking email exchange where Epstein told her that he was flying to New York with a Russian female student whose name has been redacted. After this Russian girl had fallen off an ATV on his island. So the email is from October 6, 2012. Epstein says, "I'm flying to New York, will land at 6:30. Redacted person fell off the ATV and needs stitches in her forehead and an x-ray to ensure no concussion. Can you organize?" Dubin responded that top plastic surgeon Jess Tink was, quote, standing by and told Epstein to call her when they landed so she could go with them. The next day, Epstein sent another email to his assistant instructing her to purchase large first aid kits and asking for a defibrillator. The email says, quote, "Redacted person had a bad accident on the island. Dr. Tink putting 35 stitches in her head laid out on dining room table." So this photo shows a woman lying down, apparently undergoing a medical procedure. Her face was blocked with a towel, and the faces of the 3 other individuals in the picture were redacted. So who's the guy in the checkered shirt? It turns out there's a lot of other emails between Dr. Tink and Epstein. One of the emails revealed correspondence about Tink's family taking a trip to Epstein Island. Another email months later revealed that Epstein agreed to donate $50,000 to breast cancer research. Tink, of course, denies any wrongdoing and said he was not in the photo of the alleged home procedure. He added that he never witnessed any criminal activities from Epstein.
It does look like him in the picture. But either way, I just feel like this is such an important thing to talk about because money buys power, and I don't think enough people really understand how insane it is. The fact that they are able to gather all of these people that are doctors, politicians, like literally during the time that Jeffrey Epstein was hanging out with Bill Clinton, he was the president of the United States. Like, that's obviously concerning. So the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was able to use his resources to pull together all of these high up people, doctors, politicians, etc., lawyers, I'm sure, who were happily able to go against their oath that you take as a doctor to participate in this kind of nefarious shit is very, very concerning to me. And I think that it is all part of a bigger picture that needs to be talked about. Honestly, it is very disturbing. And also, why the hell is pageants connected to everything? I feel like beauty pageants have been connected to so many of the Epstein conspiracy theories, as well as Donald Trump obviously previously owning them, and then Erica Kirk. And not only that, but it also goes back to JonBenét Ramsey. Obviously, we've talked about the picture of JonBenét Ramsey where it looks like Ghislaine Maxwell is in the background. Something even weirder came out of the Epstein files. So there is this photo of this redacted little blonde girl sitting on Epstein's shoulders, and many people think that's JonBenét Ramsey. We've talked about that before. But what's even creepier is that next to that picture, like in the files, there is a photo on the wall. Like, he has this photo on his fucking wall, which is weird as hell and in general, of a picture of a child who looks exactly like JonBenét Ramsey. Like, she's passed out or sleeping in the picture, but I feel like it looks so much like photos we've seen of JonBenét, and I think that it just is her. I'm not gonna lie, I think it is kind of a crazy conspiracy theory because it's like, how the hell are these people all connected? But I do feel like once you realize how fucked up like the system really is and everything, everyone involved, it really does go that deep, and it really does. Cases like JonBenét Ramsey really could be tied in to Epstein or to the government, whatever you want to talk about. But I also thought it was interesting. So this TikTok user at Lesbian Mom Shows You How, she posted pictures of JonBenét Ramsey allegedly in the Epstein files, and somebody commented on one of her posts saying, quote, "My daughter was in several pageants with JonBenét, and they were pageant pals. I don't know about this exact pic," which she's referring to the one of maybe Ghislaine Maxwell in the background of a picture where JonBenét Ramsey is in. But we saw Maxwell on the circuit often, and she would hang out with the moms and girls. So I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. Obviously, we don't know if that's true at all, but nonetheless, it is very, very interesting, and it just adds another layer of this weird connection between Epstein and the Ramsey family. And again, I just don't like it. I do think that there is something suspicious there. Obviously, we don't know for sure, but I will say, like, those pictures in Jeffrey Epstein's house that are framed look like JonBenét Ramsey. If you guys like this clip, you should definitely check out the full video right here where we talk about things in way more detail and cover even more conspiracy theories that you shouldn't miss. So definitely go check it out, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.